So project planning has lots of different benefits. So we'll reflect on a few of these benefits, and I hope this will make real sense to you when you will be able to execute the project plan in your own job, or whatever project. Even if it's like an assignment, I think you can still use the knowledge derived from project planning. So let us look into some of these benefits. So the very first benefit of project planning is that it helps you to visualize the end product or the real value proposition. So similar example to the Lego or the architect who is creating the blueprint of the building, they will be able to show you the ultimate visual of that building. Now what happens in let's say, think about real estate. Real estate is becoming very, very popular these days, right? In Dhaka these days, they're like really very, very flashy and nice, well decorated buildings and apartments are emerging. And what the real estates they do, they will show you the image, they will show you the end result of the image. So they will show you some simulated image, and that's not the finished product. Probably they will finish the product maybe in next 20 years or whatever the time frame is, or even less, but they will show you those nice flashy images, and that will sell you. Like, you will be totally carried away with those nice images when you think about those nice visuals. So a project plan will help you to visualize the end value, what it is that you will derive from that. So that's the core benefit, because the project planning will pretty much have all of those aspects, starting from the project charter and then the end result of the project as well. The second benefit of project planning is that it helps to improve the communication. Now, we have talked about some of the jargons that we will come across repeatedly when it comes to project management. Stakeholder is one. The second one probably that we will almost obviously use every time is communication. Communication is the most important thing in project planning and project management overall, because there are various stakeholders, and in order to have a shared vision of the project, it is absolutely essential to have project well-developed communication. See, once you have the project planning document, then it will be very easy for the project manager to speak with all of the stakeholders and tell them what it is that the project will achieve. So without vaguely claiming that yes, we're going to do this or that, it is very important that you will have all of those ready into the process, into the project plan document. Now, while I'm talking this, I might just go a bit off topic again, and this again I'm deriving from my experience. Like, only yesterday I think I was watching in Netflix. I don't know if you guys watch Hindi movie, but probably most of you have heard about the popular movie Lagan, right? Like, it's one of the epic Indian movie which received Oscar for one of the best film in the foreign language category. So I think yesterday, me and my wife, we were just watching the documentary, the making of the film Lagan. And what really surprised me is that the humongous amount of work that was involved into making of the epic film. And in the documentary in Netflix, they were showing like how all of that was included in their project. So they had it pretty much sequential, like what we talk about in the project planning. Like they had all of those plans, and they had communication, they had while they were executing. So that's also a great example of project management. So I guess not a great example maybe, but still what I was trying to say is that yes, things like this, like creating a movie, or even creative projects, these are also projects. Like if we look into the definition, and you do have to apply the principle of project management into those creative endeavors as well. So I don't know, like if you've got access to Netflix, you may well be able to look into the documentary, and you'll see the amount of people that were involved, the amount of communication that was used, the amount of stakeholder management that was involved, the amount of people management that were involved was phenomenal. So we were talking about improved communication. So your planning will help to improve communication. The third benefit of project management planning is that it helps to allocate the resources properly. So once you have the planning document, then you know exactly how to use your budget, how to allocate the resources. One of the tools that you'll do with is called work breakdown structure, which we'll talk next after we have talked about the benefits and other things. So once you can know who is involved into the project and what is your scope of the project, what's your budget, then it will be very useful and helpful for you to be able to allocate the resources. Another benefit of project management is the opportunity of having a dry run. A project management planning actually helps you to give a dry run. So what is a dry run? Again, let's refer back to other example, and I always used to I like use analogy because that helps you to relate. Now think about cricket players. When they go for the final game, before that they spent plenty of time by knocking. They have test match, they will have trial matches, they will practice a lot, and these are dry run. Even in cinema as well, the actors, they perform lots of dry run before they go to the actual final scene of the movie. So the planning document will actually help you to have the dry run, because you will have all of your resources allocated, you know what exactly you're going to achieve, so you can give it a trial to see how far you're able to achieve the desired outcome. Another great benefit of project planning is that it helps to projects stay on track. Now we have talked about this before, that a project is comprised of humans, and we humans are not always as binary as computers, yes or no. Things aren't like that. We have so many human elements within our lives. There will be challenges, there will be obstacles, there will be lots of barriers, and it's obvious that a project manager will face a lot of these challenges when they will have to deal with people. There will be conflicts, there will be absenteeism, there will be lack of resources, there will be natural calamities, there will be disasters, there will be so many uncertain situations. But if you have a project plan, then it will help you to stay on track quite easily, because for planning you always have a backup plan as well, or an alternative or a contingency plan. So that will definitely help you to eliminate all of those risks one by one.